Automators. Welcome back to RPA Automation, your one-stop channel to master automation anywhere and RPA concepts. You already know we have started automation developer course in our YouTube channels. So, we have uploaded 4 5 videos from starting to we are going to finish our course in these 2 days in our YouTube channel. So in today's video, we are going to see concept of variables in automation anywhere. So variable is very important concept while you are building any single task or any project. So variable is very important where you are just getting started or brushing up your knowledge. So this video will clear you basic and give you hands-on insights. So in simple terms, variables are used to store data temporarily while a bot run. So that is variables definitions, you can say. Just like containers, um, they hold value that you can reuse, you can change, or you can pass between commands during automation. So for example, let's say you want to store a username or today's date, you can do that using a variables, right? So Automation Anywhere provides different types of variables um, based on the type of data you want to store. Let's look at the most common ones. So first, our first question is interview question is how many variables or different how many different types of variables available in automation anywhere. So you can say there are three different types of variable. One is user defined. User defined is nothing but when user is creating while developing their project, right? User is creating manually the variables, so that variables you can say a user defined variable, right? And next type is a system defined variable. You can say predefined or system defined also. System variable or predefined. You can see here in the predefined variables. You can say under the predefined systems, string is like inter, new line, separator, tab, clipboard, and this package, right? So this type is coming under system variable or predefined variable. This is already a defined variable. You can use that variable. If you want to store date, then you have to create a system variable. So how we can create that date variable, that also we can say, that also we are going to see in our videos. And third type is, you can say, a credential variable. So credential variable is very big concept in automation anywhere, and so many questions coming from there. It's very basic questions, but people are not able to give proper answer on that credential variable. So that also we can see in next video what is credential variable. If you want to make a separate video on that, so please comment down below. I will create a separate video on that. What is credential variable, credential vault, and locker, and how we can define that credential variable. And global value concept is also available in automation anywhere. What is use of global value and where we can use, and what is the mm, importance of global value, that also we can see. So in today's video we are going to see just variables. So you can see variables different types of variables available in automation anywhere. So first type is, you can see here, string, right? So under string you can see you can take assign action, and here you can give any name and give their name, specific name. So while creating this variable name or variable declaration, so here is a one specific method to define or declare variables. So that method is coming under best practices also. So this concept is very important while giving name or while declare any variable. So that time we need to give specific name or we need to follow variable naming convention, right? So variable naming convention is coming under best practices also. So why we can use variable naming convention, why we need to give meaningful name for any variable. So because any new developer is coming and that developer should know just seeing for variable name. So another developer will able to understand what will be the data available inside of that variable, like, right? So if you are going to store any string inside of variable, so just start with str string. So I want to give, we have stored RPA name, so give like this name, str name. So this is best practice. If you want to give a description why you are creating this variable and where we can use this variable, so that type of description we can give here. And if you want to use that variable into your another task bot, so that time we can use this input output variables, right? So if you want to move your variables in one task bot to another task bot, that time we can use this input output variable. And default value, we don't need to give default value because we have already given value as RPA in our variable. So just click on create and select, and our variable is ready to run. So our variable is declared successfully, right? So this is string variable. You can see here. So this is string variable. If you want to store number variable, for that also we can create a number variable. One second. If you want to store a number variable, that time we can use number package. This number package is also available in Automation Anywhere. So as we have follow for the string variable assign action. So for that number variable also we can declare using this assign action. So here we can't store any string or any text data type, right? So I am going to type here RPA. So it's showing red box, must be a number. So it's invalid format. It's accepting only number type, right? So you can see it's accepting only number type. So while declaring number variable, we need to follow best practice. So if you are going to do a naming convention, just type num, because we are declaring here number variable, and give here our name, variable name. So num, I am going to do counter, num counter, right? So here we can do description also, visit and text also. So I am not currently I am not going to use this variable in any um, task mode. So we don't need to select this input output option here. I am just creating this variable for the video purpose. So just click on this create and select option. Right. So like that here, different types of variables are available. You can see here. If you click on this plus icon and expand this type here, so you can see different types of variable available inside of Automation Anywhere. So this variable type we can use for any your data store purpose. So if you want to store record, if you want to store number, string, a file, that purpose also we can use this any variable. But for if you are using this any variable, so this for that we have one disadvantages. So that disadvantages is, so this any variable is uh, getting so much your memory from your automation email if you are using any variable. So that is the disadvantages for this any variable. String we have seen already, number we have seen already, date and time. If you want to store date, so you can use this date and time variable. You can save date and time variable into string and number. So for that we have a specific variable type, that is date and time. Boolean is, using this boolean we can store true and false value. File is you can store your file path. Window is simply is your Chrome and Edge browser window. Credential is credential variable. So we are going to see this credential variable in next video, how we can create credential variable and what is credential vault or locker and all things we are going to see in next video. So list variable is nothing but it is storing your record path, right? Record in the sense it will store structured data like a row from an Excel table. And this record variable we can use full or it is very useful inside of loop and data tables. Mostly we can use their in the loop this list and list variable, right? So record record variable we have seen already, and table variable is nothing but it will store tabular data like data table and .NET. So using this table variable, we can read Excel or database or any table, right? So form is a different type of variable. Yeah, we will see in the next video, or we will create separate video for this form. And session is nothing but your if you are open your cell and database. So for that, this session variable we need to create a meaningful session name. And so we have seen already different types of variables inside of Automation Anywhere, how many types of variables available inside of Automation Anywhere. So there are multiple variable types in AA360 to various automation needs, from simple text to complex tables and secure credentials. You can also create your own variables or use system defined ones. So so this is variables concept in Automation Anywhere. So for the best practices while working with variable, always we can use meaningful naming convention. Like if you are going to create any number string, so I have already shown how we can give a naming convention. So always use to clear or reset variable if reuse. Then keep variable scope limited to where it's needed. And we can use log to file for or a message box to debug values, or if you want to see which value is coming inside of that variable. So for that we can use this debug or log to file also. So once a variable is created, we can use it in multiple steps. For example, read data from Excel and store it in a variable, manipulate the value, maybe split or extract apart, display it using a message box, and we can use write it back into your Excel. So once you create your variable, we can use this variable into uh, different uh, in the different, we can use this, utilize this variable into um, different place, right? So we have seen user defined variable or system variable, which come pre-built with Automation Anywhere. So this is variable types in Automation Anywhere. So if this video help you understand variable, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more concept on Automation Anywhere and RPA. And if you want a video on advanced variables like list, dictionary, um, drop a comment for that. So thank you for watching, and as always, keep automating, keep doing.